It's coming up.
Yes.
The Toronto Maple Leafs have begun their training camp, and I don't know about you, Frankie, but speaking for myself and any other Leaf fans that I've spoken to, I'm not into it this year. I'm still heartbroken from last year. I'm still so upset from what happened last year. To think of going through and following a team for 82 games when it really doesn't mean a damn thing is just a task that I'm really not up for. I'm going to be honest. But here we are. We've got to talk about it because we know a lot of our listeners are big Leaf fans. So let's talk about some Leafs bold predictions for the upcoming season. I'm going to throw out some statements. You tell me if you think it'll happen or it won't. Basically, yay or nay. You down with that?
Let's go.
Okay. Newly acquired Michael Bunting from the Arizona Coyotes will score 20 goals this season.
No. That shooting percentage he has was fantastic. Only after 20 games. I don't see the fit. I don't think he actually plays on the top two lines. He may score 15, maybe 18, but just no. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with it, he only appeared in 38 games last year, something like that, but scored 10 goals, wrote a ridiculously high shooting percentage. That's what Frankie was referring to there. All right, this is a good one. The next one. Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner will become the first pair of 100-point teammates in Toronto Maple Leaf history.
Ooh, I'm gonna say no, only because I think that they actually get split up, and because I think one usually feeds off the other. I think one of them does it, but not both. And Marno will get 100, Matthews will score 50, but no, I'm gonna say no.
I'm going to disagree with you there. Even if they are split up, I think they both get the 100 points, and it really doesn't matter one bit. And it kind of sucks for them because think about it like this. They both get 100 points. All of the fans are like, okay, great. Now let's see what you can do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They don't get to 100 points, and everyone's still giving them crap about, well, come on, you should be putting up 100 points because you're getting paid this high. So they're in a no-win situation there, those two guys.
They put themselves there.
Yep, they did.
Yep.
I agree with the 100 points for both of them. I'm in on that.
Wow. Okay.
Jack Campbell outplays Peter Mrazek and takes over the lead role.
I'm going to say yes, but only from an injury to Mrazek because I just think it's inevitable every year. I'm excited for Mrazek. You knew that was the guy I chose as the guy I thought was a good fit in here. He does have an injury history. However, I think this is a perfect situation for two guys that have been in a good tandem before. This really is a no-lose question. If Campbell outplays Mrazek, great. If it's the other way around, that's what he's paid to do. I just think an injury takes a toll to one of these guys.
I think Campbell outplays him because I think Campbell's a good goalie, but he just can't play a lot. So
I agree. Yeah, I have no issue with Campbell. He's really impressed me the last two seasons since the Leafs have acquired him, and he was definitely not the reason they lost that series against Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's a good one. Sheldon Keefe and Manny Malhotra do the impossible and fix the power play this season.
Yes, I'll agree with you. They're too talented not to figure it out. I think there's adjustments made. I think they stay with that load up. They listen. You can't go back to what doesn't work. If it is, it's a fireable offense. It's an absolute fireable offense. I just think they're too good to be they're too good to not be that. Consistent for that. And I think they finished top 5. I wouldn't say number 1, but I'd say top 5 in power play.
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think they do. And you know what's going to be funny? The first month of the season, they're going to be a top 5 power play like every season. And then teams will adjust to them. And then they won't know what to do after that because they've done this for 3 straight seasons now. They'll start off like a piston on fire and fizzle
Yeah,
all the way from there on in. And I
I
don't have
I
any faith.
I agree, but they're gonna have success just because of their talent. But they're gonna do the same thing every time. It's just give the puck to Matthews and let him shoot.
And that's the problem. They have not figured out a way to create other shooting threats other than him. And if you're a penalty kill and you know they can only score one way, Bill
Take that away.
Belichick, what would he do? Take
Take
that
it
away.
away. Yeah.
Exactly. Force you to beat them another way.
Mhm.
All right, last one. This is a little Twitter thing that I saw, and I liked it. I want you, out of these three players that the Leafs acquired, Bunting, Nick Ritchie, and Andre Kasha. Hope I pronounced that correctly.
Kasha.
I want you to pick a home run, a Randy Carlyle, okay, just okay, and a complete bust.
Okay, I think this one's a little easier than you think. I think the home run is Andre Kasha. I think wherever he's played, he's actually been considered a top 6 player. He actually has the tools, the skill set to be a home run hitter. I think again, the injury history has caught up to him. They say he's completely healthy now. So if all is on the table and you know everything goes right, I think he's your home run because he can. I think he can put up, believe it or not, 25 to 30. I think Nick Ritchie's okay. I think he's a missing element to this team where a guy who can hit, get in your face, protect, get dirty in the blue ice, but his skating needs a bit of improvement. So I think he's just going to fit in fine. I don't see him doing much more than that. And the bust, I'm going to go back with Bunting. I just think, you know, for what they got him for, the contract's great. So even if he is a bust, it doesn't hurt because there's other depth pieces behind him that can come in and do the job. Let's not compare him to Zach Hyman. You know, Zach Hyman isn't the greatest thing in the world, but at the same time, too, it's unfair to Bunting. You know, yeah, he has a little bit of piss and vinegar to him, but you're already setting the guy up to fail when you start comparing to a much loved player that's leaving the city who played a really key role for the Leafs. So you know, there's my bust. I just don't know enough about the game his game to really say, you know, he's the home run hitter. So,
Bobby,
I'm gonna go with, not that he's gonna be a home run, but he would be the home run guy. Nick Ritchie. I think that they don't have a lot of players like this in this team. I think he's the home run. I think Bunting is the guy that you don't care. And I think the bust is Kasha because the guy doesn't play. He's injured every single year. I don't have his games played in front of me, but I mean,
he
last time
missed
I checked,
almost all of
three.
yeah, what was the year before? Like, and don't I hate the well, he's getting healthy now. You don't get healthy at the end of your career. Like unless you're Tom Brady, you don't get more healthy. You get less
Maybe he's
healthy,
on the
so.
TB12 diet now.
Okay, when they come
Kasha's
out
on
and
the
say
keto.
when they come out and say he's doing TB12, he's eating avocado ice cream, I will pick him as the home run. But until then, if he doesn't play, he's got to be the bust. And the fact that they have a ton of scorers already, he's like the scoring guy, but he doesn't play enough. I think he's going to be viewed as the bust.
Hey, he's only 25. He's only 25.
That's
So.
surprising. It feels like he's older.
I'm going to go completely different than you guys. I'm going to say the home run is going to be Bunting because from what I've read and heard about him is he's a guy who scores most of his goals around the net, and they need guys who can score in different ways like that. I'm going to go with Kasha as my just okay, because I think when he plays, he's going to be a good addition to the team. But like you said, Bobby, he's just not going to play enough because he's going to get injured. And then my bust for me is going to be Ritchie. He's too slow to play the style of hockey I think that the Leafs want to play. And he takes a ton of penalties. He's going to make them shorthanded an awful lot. And I think that's going to get on fans' frustrations. And listen, we could say the Leafs lack what he brings and they need more of it. They tried this last year with bringing in Simmons and Thornton and character guys, and all it did was make them slower and easier to play against. So I like bringing some piss and vinegar to the lineup, but not taking away from what their strength is, which is playing a fast brand of hockey.
Yep. No, that's fair. It's your opinion. I just I don't know.
I like that we're all differing
I
here.
don't
We're
know.
gonna see.
Yeah.
We'll rehash this topic in the midway point of the season and see who was
so
right.
I got one for you.
Okay.
because it was part of that list, but I'm going to just put this one, I'm going to kind of put a different spin on it. Who will be playing who will be the third member of the top line with Matthews and Marner to start the year? Well, albeit that Matthews is ready to go for game one. Let's just say he is. He's healthy. Matthews, Marner, and blank.
I actually think they give Mikheyev a shot at it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You stole my thunder again, you prick.
Let's see if he sticks there. I mean, the guy.
I definitely think it's him. If there's any Zach Hyman replacement, mark my words, folks. If there's any Zach Hyman replacement on this team, it's Ilya Mikheyev. You want a guy who's big, who's fast, who uses his body to get into the corners, get to the puck first, protect the puck, has a little bit of a nose for the net in front of the ice. Is like I said, big body. I think that's a type of guy who fills the role. Listen, Zach Hyman, to me, he still had hands like feet. All right, yeah, a lot of his goals were in tight, and that's kind of where you want to be. But if McCabe just takes off a couple inches off that stick, might be a little bit better with the scoring touch. But
if he raises his shooting percentage just a little bit, he'll end up with 20 goals.
It's coming. If for a guy that gets that many opportunities, it can't be any worse. So I honestly think that's a guy who is a better replacement for Hyman than Bunting. So that's my answer. I'm glad you. But I'm glad you said that, Joe. I guess you kind of knew where I was going with that one, right?
I've got a good one for Bobby because we want to throw some love to the Canucks fans. Does Podkolzin make the top 6 of Vancouver?
Ooh. Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know actually.
It's not really much of a competition out there. But
does Vancouver start the year with Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson in the lineup?
No, that I don't think they do. I think
just brilliant cap management by that management.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I forgot they got Connor Garland, but I'm still okay with the defenseman they grabbed, Ekman Larson. I'm actually excited to see what it looks like. I got a question for you Leaf fans. Do the Leafs trade Austin Matthews for Nick Suzuki, or do the Leafs have to throw in a pick as well to make it
that's a good deal? Teaser for our that's a good teaser for our next video. You guys are definitely want to see this one.
All right, boys. Good luck to the Leafs.